The shock departure. Arsenal fans react to star players' exit. In the world of football, few moments are as jarring for fans as the departure of a beloved star player. This emotional rollercoaster took a sharp turn recently when Arsenal fans received the shocking news that one of their key players would be leaving the club to join a direct Premier League rival. The reactions were swift and heartfelt, as supporters grappled with feelings of betrayal, disbelief, and sorrow. The announcement, a dream turned nightmare. The news broke in the early hours of a Tuesday morning, a time when many fans were still waking up to the prospect of their team's next match. Social media was ablaze with notifications as fans scrolled through their feeds, only to be hit with the devastating announcement: their star man was departing the Emirates Stadium. For many, it felt surreal, like a bad dream from which they could not awaken. As the news spread, a wave of panic washed over the fanbase. "It's like a nightmare," one fan exclaimed. "I just can't believe he's leaving us for a rival. It's not just any club, it's a team we compete against every season." The sentiment was echoed across countless platforms, with fans expressing their disbelief and sorrow at the thought of seeing their player donning the colors of a direct competitor. A blow to the heart. For Arsenal supporters, the departure felt like a betrayal. Fans invest their hearts and souls into their clubs, forming deep emotional connections with players who represent their hopes and dreams on the pitch. To see a star player, a player who has been a symbol of the club's ambitions, leave for a rival felt like a personal affront. "It's like a slap on the face," another fan shared, his voice laden with emotion. "You pour your heart into supporting this team, and then they just leave like it's nothing. It feels like we're being stabbed directly in the heart." This raw expression of pain encapsulated the feelings of many who were grappling with the magnitude of the loss. The rivalry factor. What made this departure particularly stinging was the context of rivalry in the Premier League. Arsenal has a storied history of fierce competition with certain clubs, and seeing one of their own join the ranks of a direct competitor felt like crossing an unspoken line. "I wish he had gone to a foreign club or somewhere else entirely," lamented a longtime supporter. "At least then it wouldn't hurt as much. But joining a rival, that's just too much to bear." The emotional toll was compounded by the knowledge that this player would now be on the opposite side of the pitch, competing against his former teammates. Fans imagined the scenario: their beloved star scoring a decisive goal against Arsenal, celebrating in front of the very supporters who once adored him. It was a scenario that many could not bear to contemplate. The community response. In the aftermath of the announcement, supporters quickly rallied together. Social media became a haven for shared grief, as fans posted their tributes, reminiscing about the highlights of their star's career at Arsenal. From stunning goals to crucial assists, each memory was a reminder of what they were losing. "We've shared so many incredible moments together," one fan posted alongside a montage of images showcasing the player's best performances. "It's hard to accept that we won't see him in red and white anymore." This sense of shared loss helped to forge a bond among the fanbase, uniting them in their sorrow and disbelief. The future. What lies ahead? As the dust began to settle, fans turned their attention to the future. While the departure of a star player left a significant void, many supporters began to discuss the potential impacts on the team. "We need to regroup and focus on what's next for the club," one fan stated. "Yes, it's a huge loss, but we can't let it define our season." Debates emerged about who could fill the gap left by their departed star. The discussions ranged from potential transfer targets to the development of younger players within the squad. "We have some talented youngsters coming through," another supporter noted. "Maybe this is an opportunity for them to step up and make their mark." The silver lining. Amid the heartbreak, some fans sought to find a silver lining in the situation. "Maybe this is a chance for the club to rebuild and strengthen in areas we need," one optimist remarked. "Sometimes, a shake-up can lead to new beginnings." This perspective offered a glimmer of hope, suggesting that while loss is painful, it can also pave the way for growth and renewal. Conclusion. A journey through emotion. The departure of a star player is more than just a transfer, it's a deeply emotional experience for fans who live and breathe their club. Arsenal supporters faced a whirlwind of feelings, from shock and anger to a sense of unity in their shared grief. The journey through this emotional landscape is a testament to the passion and dedication that football inspires in its fans. As the club moves forward, the hope remains that they can channel this emotional energy into something positive. While the loss of a star player will always sting, the resilience of the fanbase and the spirit of the club will endure. In football, as in life, every ending brings the promise of a new beginning. And for Arsenal fans, the journey continues. The turmoil at Arsenal, a star's departure and its impact. In the vibrant world of football, few stories capture the imagination like that of a star player contemplating a departure from a beloved club. Recently, Arsenal Football Club found itself in the eye of this storm when one of its key players announced his desire to leave. This revelation sent shockwaves through the ranks of the club, leaving the technical staff grappling with the fallout. A star player's request. The news broke like a thunderclap in the Arsenal camp. One of their star men had expressed a desire to leave. The assistant coach, visibly shaken yet composed, addressed the media, reflecting on the tumultuous situation. "I tried to persuade him to stay," he said, his voice tinged with emotion. "He still has a very important role to play in the squad and the team." Despite the heartfelt attempts to convince the player to reconsider, he remained resolute. "I want to take a new phase in my career," he stated, highlighting a desire for change and growth. The assistant coach understood the allure of new opportunities but couldn't shake off the disappointment. "He said he needs to win trophies, so I'm leaving to join a club that will give me silverware," he shared, indicating the player's ambition and the inherent pressures that come with it. The emotional turmoil. For the technical staff, this wasn't just about losing a player, it was about the emotional and strategic implications of his departure. The assistant coach and other staff members had invested countless hours in nurturing the player's talent, forging a bond that now felt threatened. "We love the club," the assistant coach continued. "Arsenal Football Club is one of the best. But life has its ways." This sentiment resonates deeply within the football community. Players often face the dilemma of loyalty versus ambition, and in this case, the allure of success with another club proved too strong to resist. The technical staff understood the realities of modern football, where players seek not just contracts but legacies filled with trophies and accolades. The impact on the squad. Losing a star player is never easy. It sends ripples through the entire squad, affecting morale and dynamics. The assistant coach noted the immediate reactions of the team. You could see the shock on their faces. They looked up to him, not just as a player but as a leader. In the days that followed, the club's training sessions took on a different atmosphere. The absence of the star player was palpable, and the technical staff had to quickly regroup. Strategies had to be re-evaluated, and new roles assigned to ensure the squad remained competitive. "We can't dwell on what we've lost," the assistant coach emphasized. "We have to focus on what we still have and how we can adapt." The fans' perspective. For the fans, the news was a bitter pill to swallow. Arsenal supporters have always had a deep connection with their players, often viewing them as part of a larger family. The assistant coach acknowledged this bond. "I understand the fans' emotions. They invest their hearts into these players, and it's hard to see someone they love leave." Social media buzzed with reactions, ranging from disbelief to anger. Memes and heartfelt messages flooded platforms, showcasing the fans' struggle to come to terms with the reality of losing a star. "He's not just a player, he's a part of our story," one fan lamented on Twitter, encapsulating the sentiment of many. Navigating the transfer market. With the impending departure of their star player, Arsenal's technical staff faced a pressing challenge: navigating the transfer market. The assistant coach expressed the urgency. "We need to identify potential replacements who can step in and fill the void." The transfer market is a complex landscape, filled with risks and rewards. Arsenal's scouting team was tasked with analyzing players who not only had the skills to contribute but also the mentality to thrive under the club's ethos. "We're looking for individuals who understand what it means to wear the Arsenal shirt," the assistant coach remarked, emphasizing the need for players who would embody the club's values. Building a new identity. As the club began to adjust to the reality of life without their star player, the focus shifted to building a new identity. The assistant coach spoke of the importance of unity. "This is a moment for us to come together as a team. We can't replace what we've lost, but we can redefine ourselves." Training sessions became more intense, fostering a sense of camaraderie among the players. New leaders emerged, stepping up to fill the void left by the departing star. "It's about resilience," the assistant coach stated. "We have to show that we can rise above challenges and continue to push forward." Looking ahead. The future remains uncertain for Arsenal. The departure of a key player always leaves questions hanging in the air. How will the team perform without him? Can they still compete at the highest level? The assistant coach remained optimistic, echoing a sentiment shared by many in the club: "This is a new chapter. We have to focus on the journey ahead." As the transfer window approached, anticipation and anxiety filled the air. Fans and staff alike awaited news of new signings, hoping for players who could reinvigorate the squad. "We believe in what we're building here," the assistant coach reassured, hinting at a vision for the future that includes both stability and ambition. Conclusion: in the world of football, change is the only constant. The departure of a star player is a poignant reminder of the delicate balance between personal ambition and loyalty to a club. For Arsenal, the recent upheaval serves as both a challenge and an opportunity. The technical staff, led by the assistant coach, must navigate this transition with skill and determination. With the support of the fans and a renewed focus on teamwork, Arsenal can emerge from this period of disarray stronger and more united. After all, every ending is merely a new beginning waiting to unfold. As the club reflects on its past and looks toward the future, one thing is certain: the spirit of Arsenal will endure, fueled by the passion of its players, staff, and dedicated supporters.